This is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. Welcome. My name is Michelle. For those of you who are just finding my channel, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope that you enjoy it. Remember, if you really love it, please subscribe to the channel because there's a new message that's going to come out for you, Aries, every single week. This is a message for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising Sign. There's always an extended reading that I hope you'll join me for, and I will attach the link below in the description box. I'll attach it to the end of this reading, and I'll also pin it to the top of the comment section. I'm going to go over the astrology. In fact, I'm going to sprinkle the astrology throughout, but remember that this reading comes to you when you need to hear it and when you're ready to receive it. So there's no specific time that's right for you. You call it in when you're ready to hear it. So the message is yours, and whichever way it resonates in your life, that's the correct way to interpret it. The astrology is rough. I'm not even going to say it. Like, I'm filming this the day before it debuts on Thursday the 8th, right? But I'm filming it during the full moon. And I'll tell you right now, it's not the easiest full moon. It's a full moon in Gemini conjunct to Mars. So for you, this is going to be extra emotional, extra pop-offish. You could even be experiencing many different people popping off to you, which is really frustrating your sensibilities today. Or you could feel extra volatile, which is probably how it's going to impact you, just making you extra emotional and volatile, especially with regards to things that you have kept inside for a long time. Now, exacerbating this is the fact that Mars, your ruling dignitary, is in opposition to the sun. Every full moon is in opposition to the sun, but the moon will quickly pass out of Gemini in the next couple of days, and Mars is still in opposition to the sun, which means that your energy is draining. So watch out when it comes to impulsivity, because you're feeling self-conscious, or you have to prove yourself, or you say things that try to make you all big and bad, right? Thinking that you can, or just watch out for those moods. It'll be really, really helpful if you can find an outlet that is productive and healthy and won't put your body at risk a lot at this time. In fact, I would say all the way up through December 23rd, because later on this week, the opposition to the sun will be done, and that's wonderful. But then immediately there's this quincunx, which is sort of disgruntled, not really willing to work together. So it could just be some conflict that you're having with somebody who's a superior, but I think it could also be this sense of being pushed, or feeling you're being pushed, or feeling you're up against a ruthless energy and you have to push back hard. The saving grace in all of this is a sextile to Chiron, which is happening between Chiron and Mars. It'll start in a couple of days. So toward the end of this week, you will have a really functional connection to Chiron. You just came out of a long trine to Saturn, or Mars just came out of a long trine to Saturn, and now there's a sextile between Mars and Chiron. This is a sense of it maybe really wanting to make things better and really wanting to do things better than they had been done in the past, or really being able to help others avoid risks that you had taken in the past, or be able to really put yourself out there to help others not say stupid shit or do stupid shit or make the same mistakes that you have done. So most of this is going to be happening in terms of communication, right? But with all the stress, I would watch out for any kind of head colds, chest colds, since Mars is in Gemini. It could be some minor lung infections. So just be very careful with the way that you go about pushing yourself. I would not try pushing yourself at all right now. I think that that's very important. And the more impulsive you feel, the more you should go take a bath. The more you should go into a boxing gym and punch a bag. The more you should find an outlet that won't hurt you or anybody else. It's going to help you feel more in control and comfortable in this really volatile kind of energy that's around you guys right now. I do have cards. Let's get into them. So we have be here now, be in this present moment. This is also Libra energy. If you're involved with a Libra, this could be very pleasant energy, but there's something beautiful that you've spotted in front of you. Something that is desirable and pretty, something that is almost like it gives you faith again, or it will inspire happiness again. This is also a card that's calling you to enjoy the moment. Do not rush, which is what the astrology backs up as well. So it's saying, please live in the moment, enjoy this, make this moment last. There is absolutely no good reason to rush this moment, because actually if you slow down and smell the flowers, then you can suckle on that nectar of juicy life and really enjoy yourself. So it's saying you're heading toward a moment, or going to be experiencing these moments that Spirit doesn't want you to miss. And if you move too fast, then you will miss them. Backing this up, we have be fearless and bold. This is Aries and Libra energy, masculine, feminine energy. Esoterically, it's about balancing out the two, balancing out your energy and wanting to be fearless and bold, but also enjoy the moment. Enjoying the moment is how you can be fearless and bold right now. This is the most fearless thing you can do right now, is be willing to just allow yourself to enjoy time as it is. In some ways, happy birthday, Doug Denny, time is standing still. This could also be spotting somebody who's attractive to you, or being attracted to somebody. Maybe it hasn't happened to you in quite some time. Something that inspires you. It's almost like something that inspires you and gets your energy pumping again, but it doesn't mean you have to rush things. In fact, this is kind of like, but I want to enjoy it, because if I bum rush it, it's going to scare it away. I don't want to scare the opportunity away. I want the opportunity to stay, because I really just want to enjoy how beautiful this moment is. So the astrology is challenging, but the cards are saying something more hopeful. We have slow and steady wins the race, which is what I say, take shit slow. Also, having learned from past experience to go slow, and using your past experience in this current situation, a sense of feeling really good or really stable about your emotions. Now, part of that could have to do with the fact that you finally shared your emotions. You've finally gotten a chance to tell somebody what you think of them or how you love them. This could also be maternal energy, because this is Cancerian energy. But right now, so far, this looks to be a very good time and a very happy time. And then we have truth transcends illusion. So listen, integrity is going to trump any kind of presentation or marketing or, used car salesman spiel. Integrity is going to trump everything. So please, please, please know that now. Do not overpromise. What this card is saying is that you're going to stand out. You will stand out, Aries, if you move slow and don't try to bum rush stuff. Like, your patience and your ability to see the quality in the moment is what is going to pay off this week. Okay, you've just been given a secret. I hope you use it. And then the card says, believe in yourself. So this is squirrel energy, planting seeds. You could be taking a new job, starting a new business. You could also be deciding that you want to behave better and set better patterns for yourself, so that honestly, what you're presenting has integrity and is like what you're showing on the outside matches what you have on the inside. That's exactly what you want. But this is a new beginning, a new building, a deciding to plant your seeds and find some place that you actually belong and want to stay long term. And I feel like something just sweetened the pot, especially for those of you who are single. Okay, hold on. That might flop down. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Yeah, that's going to have to be edited. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. All right, let's get some moon cards here. Yeah, that's just the beginning of the reading. So hold on for one more card. A little corny. It was a little corny. But we need to get some moon cards, especially with the powerful moon that's happening here. Emotions are running high. Current situation, no duh. So this is, but I feel like this is a bum rush of emotions. It's like an intense feeling of, as soon as that card dropped down, I thought, oh, Aries hasn't felt this part of their heart beating for a while, right? But it's also saying, I want to take action on something right now because I know how amazing it is and I want to grab it. But if you try to grab it, you might kill it. So be patient and let it come to you. We have conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. We had a full moon eclipse like a month ago. So I want you to think back, because it's been a month, when this kind of card or synastry in the card shows up. I want to just draw your attention for a second to the fact that there was a full moon eclipse just a month ago. It's showing up in the past section. So what was happening then? Because it's almost like you probably packed shit away and didn't talk about it. And it's that stuff that you packed away. It says conclusions are within reach. So you knew something. You already knew it, whether it had been verified, quantified, I don't know. But on some level, you already knew it. And now emotions are running high. It's just an emotional time, but I feel like that's what's coming out. And then we have surrender to the divine, full moon. This is a full moon in the future. That's interesting. So you just got your setup of the 3 full moons, the one that was behind, the one that just passed, which was the eclipse, literally. And then now, where the emotions are running high, yes, because your ruling dignitary Mars is conjunct the moon. So emotions are going to be extremely intense. And then we have surrender to the divine, which means going forward, there's a sense of you're going to be in a position where you just have to trust God. You can't try to throw yourself at the situation. You've got to have faith. And the cards are confirming there's reason to have faith, which I think is even more important. And now we're going to get into, this is the timeline. Let's see what's happening on this timeline. God, what do you mean? Surrender to the divine. 7 of Pentacles. So you're looking for work, or you're looking for a job, or you're looking to figure something out that you haven't been able to figure out. Because 7 of Pentacles just showed up, and there seems to be perpetual failure here at something. 3 of Wands suggests that that won't last long, that your ships are about to come in by at least next month. So the most you'll have to wait for your investment to turn around, whatever that investment was. It doesn't have to be financial, but whatever that investment was, it'll take about a month to the next full moon for you to really start to see returns, right? Now, 3 of Wands sometimes is education. It's about looking into the future, not like a fortune teller, but about investing, because you know whatever you're doing now is going to benefit you in the future. I can tell you right now that by that full moon, you're going to see the next full moon, not this one, but the next full moon, you're going to see progress. Trust. And that's what it's saying. It's going to be difficult because you're going to be so pissed. Something is going to fucking upset you because you've done really hard work and you don't see anything coming from it initially. And because either there's somebody here that you want to impress or whatever, this is an emotional time, you wanted good news. There is good. I'm giving the good news to you right now, dude. Hi. Leave the comments below. Let me know how you're experiencing this, but because I want to know. But what I'm telling you is this is the good news. It's going to feel like, oh, everything is hunky-dory, but still I don't have what I want. There's no benefits. Well, guess what? They're coming back to you. They are. It is going to happen within a month's time. And I rarely ever get readings that are this specific here, but legitimately, it all came out. This is like resolution. This could also mean finally giving up. Finally giving up on something because you could have been holding on to something because you were scared to be without it. Because you didn't see any other options because nothing else was working out for you. What the cards are then saying to you, Aries, is trust God. Trust that if you're not comfortable and you don't feel really good about the situation you're in, you're not meant for it. It's not correct. Don't stick yourself or commit yourself to a situation that isn't right and you know it, but you don't see any other options, so you stay. No. Focus on the beauty of the here and now. Let yourself go with the flow and trust and move slowly and let things slow down a little bit. Because somehow, and I want to get back to this, truth transcends illusion. What does that mean? What does that mean? The Hierophant. Something about an industry, something about a job, something about money or finances. There's something here that's going on, but what about it? Because a Hierophant is Taurus energy, maybe something about a Taurus specifically. What truth transcends illusion? That they're disappointed. The truth transcends illusion, that there's disappointment within the industry, not necessarily with you, but there's disappointment within the industry. And it's almost like you can point that out to somebody right now and they will react very poorly to you, but they will come back around and see the sense of it in at least a month. So trust that. Because tensions are running so high and people are reacting so emotionally, that you pointing out something that's obvious to you, this is like, whatever you're investing in now, be in it for the long haul. Don't expect the returns to come. They'll be slow. But since it's Turtle, and that's a water sign, and we have the next full moon coming up, I'm just saying it's about a cycle. It's about a cycle, and it's about one cycle out. Whatever is happening now that is disappointing you, including, especially when it comes to marriage or your relationship with your financial situation, you could be feeling really like fearful or depressed about it, or feeling like you've invested more than you've gotten out. Especially when this shows up, when you're not making any money, or you're not seeing that anybody's appreciating, or you're not seeing any movement or any growth. There's just the sense of doing the same old. Spirit is trying to tell you that you have to go ahead and speak the truth anyway, that you have to go ahead and say what you see and have integrity with your words. Because even if people are reactionary and angry like initially, it will be so much better, and they will come back around and appreciate it in the long run. Or it's saying that you will. You know, that you might have been cut some really tough news, but that eventually it will turn around. We have the 5 of Wands and 8 of Wands, which means there's lots of action here. There's something here that's very competitive that you're getting into, but it'll open a lot of opportunities. In other words, this isn't meant to be easy, Aries. Whatever you're getting into, there's got a lot of naysayers, a lot of people who want to push back, a lot of people who want to fuck with you, essentially. But you just keep on having integrity, because honestly, whatever you're doing, it's going to open doors for you and eventually prove these naysayers wrong. Eventually, these motherfuckers are going to be your biggest fans, is what I'm saying. Okay, so let's get a little bit into the future before we go to the extended. Remember, I'll attach that link above. You probably just saw it. I want to get a little bit into the future. We have 9 of Wands, a wounded warrior. You know, this sense of, wow, I've been beaten up pretty much, but hold your strength. The Hermit, keep working. This could also be doing some breaknecking work that you don't like to do, or work that isn't fun, or work that is a little bit tedious, but that will strengthen you. Is also a sense of, you could be defensive, or you could be trying to avoid some sort of specific kind of work, or being alone. Because the Hermit is about spending time by yourself. And it's almost like you don't want that. But it don't matter what you want. It matters what the universe wants for you. And the Hermit is always going to trump the 9 of Wands. The Hermit says, listen, motherfuckers, you're supposed to be focused on work right now. You have to have faith, and you have to take care of yourself. This could also be health issues. Or that you have to get in health or good health. If you have had, you've gotten busted up somehow. This is a sense of taking time to heal. You need time to heal. That's what's coming in the future. So I'm wondering why. Heal from what? Heal from what? What does Aries need time to heal from? What does Aries need time to heal from? Ace of Cups and Seven of Wands. That doesn't make any sense. We're going to make sense out of it. An offer of love that you fought against, or that it's almost like you were struggling. You were fighting against somebody's love for you, or you were fighting against, it's like the people who loved you or whoever was offering you the opportunity you didn't want. Oh, no, you know what this is? This is fighting for something that you love. Something that you love more than anything. And that's when you realize, it's like, God has been setting people up to bring out the best of them. And what the universe is doing is pecking at the Achilles heel. So for you, what this is all saying, Aries, is that the universe is putting you in a position that he's gonna make you want it. It's gonna make you want it. It's gotta make you want it. How badly do you want it? Because until you want to fight for something, you don't actually appreciate anything. So what the universe is doing is shifting everything into a fight, so that you decide, I really want this. I really want this. I want this because this is something to fight for. What is it? Let's get into it. I got to see, and hopefully I got to see you. I get to see you over in the extended. The link is below. I'll see you guys there.